What's going on, y'all? This is Rob with CinemaBullyz. I'm going to talk about something today about being prepared when you have a female dog close to her due date. Because I just experienced this, for the first time in my breeding career, I guess you can say. And it's a nerve-wracking experience because you don't know what's going to happen with a natural birth. You don't know if a puppy's going to get stuck, if the female's going to have complications, if she's going to be bleeding too much, excessively. Something can happen when they have too much calcium and they go into some type of shock, I believe. So you gotta be careful with the amount of calcium you give them to help them with their contractions. All that stuff's a factor when breeding these dogs. And do your research on it. Make sure you know exactly what you need and to expect for a natural birth. Fortunately, I got lucky because me and my wife have supplies from previous litters that we had, so we had what we needed to get the job done. We had the forceps, we had the sharp surgical scissors, we have IV fluid if we needed it, the boogie suckers for the puppies to aspirate them, and we had all the towels and dog blankets, cloths, etc., and all the sanitizing supplies that we needed, the iodine for the belly buttons, all this stuff you need to have on hand when you have a pregnant bitch. It's definitely very important, because if you don't have that stuff, and dental floss too, to tie the umbilical cords, you can use fishing string, dental floss, but dental floss seems to be better to use. So dental floss is the way to go with that. But all this stuff's important because you don't know when it's going to happen sometimes, and if it does happen, you want to be prepared and be ready to handle business when it comes to delivering those puppies. Sanitation is very important. Clean whelping area, sterile hands, sterile scissors, everything sterilized. Alcohol, or some type of antibacterial wipes for your hands before you touch these puppies and the mother, just to keep them safe from getting any type of infections. So all this stuff's very important to know and have it on hand, ready to go. At least when your female turns 45 days, 50 days, have all the supplies ready to go. Have a whelping area ready to go. We use the tub, like a kiddie pool, to deliver the puppies. It's just cleaner, easier to clean up, and safe. A lot of space for her to lay down, to get comfortable, and it wasn't comfortable for us to be on the ground all night, but she delivered 7 puppies in like six and a half hours. So she did very, very well. And the good thing with the natural birth is the mother instincts kick in immediately. So you don't have to worry about the female rejecting the puppies or having a hard time realizing what they are, because some mothers don't know what they are when they come out, or when they get C-section done, because they wake up and then their belly's empty and they don't know where those puppies came from. They don't even know that they're theirs. So some females can be aggressive, some can give you a hard time about laying down to breastfeed. Some mothers will kill their puppies. That's rare with this breed, but there are certain breeds of dogs that will. So it's just things that you need to know and be careful of, you know, when dealing with these dogs. Like I said, I got very lucky. ABKC Champion CinemaBullyz Queen of the Dam, aka Marley. She is a bigger female. She's about 65 pounds, classic style female, wider rib cage, and you know, pretty big torso. So she was able to pass her puppies with ease. Some of you guys that have these smaller females that breed to these big extreme dogs, I mean, you can have some complications. So keep that in mind. You know, if you have doubts, try to get the C-section. My C-section was scheduled for Wednesday. She went into labor Tuesday night at 10 o'clock. So there was nothing I could do about it. And she was already in labor, so we just went with it and kept our fingers crossed and did what we know and what I know from when I was a kid with my father on how to, you know, deliver puppies. So, and everything, you know, luckily worked out very well, and we were successful. Didn't lose any puppies. I actually brought one of the puppies back to life because me and my wife fell asleep for like 15 minutes at like 3 o'clock in the morning by accident because we were laying down waiting for her to, you know, push the next puppy out, and we both conked out for a second. And we woke up like 10, 15 minutes later, and there's a puppy in the pool, and it already had the sack off. The mother bit the umbilical cord an inch away from its belly, perfect, and she licked him clean, but he was not breathing. I immediately grabbed him, aspirated him with the boogie sucker, grabbed him by his face, and I personally put my mouth around his mouth and his snout and sucked as hard as I could to get whatever was in there out. And then I began to rub him real hard with the blanket, and eventually he started crying. And he woke up, and he's alive and so far doing well, and I got lucky. Because they can, you know, come out, and as long as it doesn't go past 6 minutes of time for them not breathing, you can save them. And luckily we did, and he's doing very well. And the mother is doing exceptionally well for her first litter. But that just shows you, in reality, natural birth's the way to go. People are scared to do it because they've been told not to do it and do these C-sections. We gotta stop doing that shit because eventually these dogs aren't gonna be able to reproduce and they're gonna die because they're not gonna be able to pass these puppies because they haven't done it in generations and generations. Eventually their bodies are gonna not be able to do it, especially the breed gets bigger and bigger. So how do you expect these extreme dogs to be pushing out, or not even pushing out, but being bred to these smaller females and be able to push those babies out with their extreme features? Extreme heads, extreme bone, muscle. You know, you're taking a bigger risk of them getting stuck. But if you breed the dogs that are similar in size, that complement each other, and the bloodlines complement each other, or they're inbred, line bred, like I always preach, then you got a good chance of being successful with an all-natural birth. And it's just way easier, and you save some money, which is cool. But the main thing is it's just better for the mother and better for the puppies. So, hope this little video helped you guys out. And, you know, I shared my experience with you, this past one. And, you know, it's try to let the mother do as much as she can without your help. I helped her break open the egg sacs and stuff just so she didn't bite the puppies by accident because she's a first-time mom. But she did it fine with the one pup. So, I mean, she might have been okay after all. But, you know, you try to let them do as much as you can. Try not to get too involved. I was nervous in my first litter in 20 years that I've delivered. But it was all good. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's healthy as of right now. And very happy I was able to get this very exclusive blood that no one in this whole world really has as close as I do. Mind you, I mean, this blood's 3 times Grand Champion Stacks and 3 times Champion Game Changer. 2 times Stacks, 2 times Game Changer is in the first 3 generations of the pet. If you go further back on Marley's side of her pedigree to her father, you go back 3 generations, I believe, or 4 generations, there's Grand Champion Stacks and Game Changer again. So these puppies will be 3 times Game Changer, 3 times Grand Champion Stacks. Outcrossed with a Grand Champion Concrete, Michelin's Concrete's in there, and then Champion Bow Wow's in there. So there's some really good old school stuff that will benefit, you know, people's programs more than they know or can comprehend when it comes to the older school of blood that created all these dogs that you see today. So, that being said, there's 3 males, 4 females, 1 male, 1 female already spoken for. I'm willing to pet home dogs. I'm willing to co-own dogs in the tri-state area only, and I'd rather just sell outright. But honestly, this blood's so exclusive and good, I might just pet home them all. So if you're serious, if you're new getting into this and you want a very good foundation dog to start your journey with, this is the litter you want something off of, talk to me. CinemaBullyz on IG, and CinemaBullyz NJ on Facebook. You can contact me on either of those about prices and availability. And you know, I won't be taking any deposits for at least 4 weeks. So by the end of this month, I'll start taking deposits. So just keep that in mind. And I hope this helped you guys out. And shout out to Matt Zimmerman, that has that very exclusive blood that no one can get, and he's closed that male outcross Bully's Matrix, which is Game Changer bred to Champion Game Changer bred to a Champion Game Changer daughter. So that's what gets these puppies that right up front in the pen. So, you know, he's been doing it since 2004. Got into it around that time, a little bit earlier than 04. You know, getting back into it, and I was happy to help him get some of his old blood back, you know, to help him get back into this like he plans on it. So, you know, I've built a lot of good friendships in this community, in the bully community. I've also made some, you know, questionable ones and some people that might not like me too much. At the end of the day, I don't care. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it. I'm enjoying creating cool dogs, great dogs, companions, family members, show dogs. Like, I mean, show dogs cool, but I'll take a family dog companion over a show dog any day when I'm letting these dogs go, because I'd rather that dog be loved and spoiled rotten than, you know, just be put in a crate all day like a lot of these breeders do. And that's not cool with me. But that's a whole other topic. So, like I said, I hope this helped you guys out. Be prepared, stay focused, watch for signs. Like when your female starts panting real hard, non-stop, usually she's going into heat. Or not heat, sorry. She's going into labor. If she starts licking her paws excessively close to her due date, that is a sign the female is going to go into labor. She's cleaning her paws to handle her puppies. I did not know this. I was told this from something that my wife read online, and apparently it's legit. When they start cleaning themselves excessively, that usually means they're about to drop some pups. So keep an eye on those two things. The paw cleaning usually comes first, then the heavy labor, breathing comes next. So keep that in mind. So I hope this helped you guys out. It's a little bit of a longer video than I wanted, but like I said, comment, share, like, and subscribe. Check me out on IG and Facebook. All right. Thanks, guys. Later.